Right. All right. Hello, everyone. It is me. It is your friendly hair loss specialist here on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. We're about to get this thing cracking, everyone. So I like to come on here every so often just to make sure that I just provide you guys with a little bit of information. I just want to make sure my husband is sending me a text and I have to just reply to him really quick because it seems all the time that if I ever go on social, he always seems to text or call right when I am going live. And that usually, kind of knocks me out of the box and kind of it takes me off track. So I just want to make sure that I text him first so I can be here for you guys. So how are you guys doing today? Let me know where you're from. And I want to let you know that if you ever want to see me, I'm usually here on my social channels at least every day, once a week, usually always on Sunday. And you can always find me at hairlosscenternj.com. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok by SBL Hair Loss or Hair Loss Center NJ. So let me go ahead and get here on TikTok. All right. So what I want to share with you guys today is I want to talk to you all about the 4 must-haves for great hair. Now, usually when clients reach me as a certified trichologist, because I'm a certified trichologist, when clients reach me and they sit in my chair, hi, Chocolate, how are you? Let me know where you're joining me from today. When I get clients who sit with me in my chair as a certified trichologist, usually what I always seem to get from all of my clients is I'll say, okay, well, you're having some challenges with your hair. You're having some challenges with your scalp. Are you taking any vitamins and minerals? First thing that usually happens is no. They'll say, no, I don't feel like taking anything. I don't feel like taking any supplements. I don't feel like taking anything else. I'm already on medication. I don't want to take anything else. So I'm here to just talk to you guys about the need to supplement your body's lifestyle, whether you like it or not. If you want to have great hair, you usually have to do a little bit of work. There's nothing that you're going to get in this life without work. So please let me tell you that right now. It's just not going to happen. So you're from California? Oh, wonderful, Chocolate. I am in New Jersey. It's wonderful to have you today. If you have any challenges with your hair, if you have any challenges with your scalp, if you're remotely interested in growing your hair well or having the best hair or just improving your quality of life, we're just going to talk about it for the first half of this live stream. How is everybody on TikTok? Thank you so much for joining me today. Please let me know where you guys are joining me from. If any of you have followed me before, if you've been in my chat before, you guys may or may not know that I am in New Jersey. If you guys know anything about the casinos and the beaches, I am 5 minutes from the beach, 5 to 10 minutes from the beach. So if you guys ever come to Atlantic City, come by and see me. So I'm going to be talking today about the 4 must-haves. The 4 must-haves that you should have to have. Oh, from the Bronx. Okay, that's what's up. Okay, I'm in New Jersey. Welcome from up top. So I'm here to just talk to you guys about the 4 must-haves you should have in your lifestyle to have optimal life, optimal health, and the best hair possible. So I'm going to talk about these today. I know you guys are like, well, what is it? What is it? And no, I'm not coming on here to really just talk about selling. That's not even what it's all about. I'm not really even interested in selling you guys anything. But TikTok has dinged me in the past, and they have said to me, if I come on the platform and I talk about a product, I have to show a product. So I'm only showing you what's generally in my trichology center here in New Jersey. So I also want to show it to you as an example. So I just want to let you guys know, hi, how are you from TikTok? Thank you for joining me from California. Hi, Couture Goods. How are you? Hi, Nafri. Thank you for joining me. I am streaming here on TikTok. I'm streaming on Instagram and Facebook. So your girl tried to get beautiful for y'all today. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm going to try to make sure I get all of the 4 things in. But if I can, I'm going to, dance around and make sure I answer everyone's questions. So what I want to talk to you guys about is, as a trichologist, it is my goal to find out some of the hidden pitfalls that are in your lifestyle that are preventing you from having the best life possible and from preventing you from having the best hair possible. Now, some things that I usually suggest when clients come in, thank you so much from my hearts. And if you can, please share this out to some of your good girlfriends, your grandmother, your mom, your sister, anybody that you know is having problems with their hair. Maybe this can help them. Some of the suggestions can help anyone. When I sit down with a client, it is my goal to uncover some of the hidden pitfalls, some of the things that are standing in your way. The difference between what we do and what a dermatologist does is, a dermatologist is an MD. An MD, they can take needles, they can take calipers, they can take razors, they can cut you. I don't have a license to cut you, so I cannot do what they do. I cannot treat you. As a health and wellness professional, we cannot say we treat. So I service you. I like to say I service you. They can also do biopsies. They can also diagnose. So there are just some things that you need to go to a dermatologist for. However, as a dermatologist support staff, I consider myself support staff to your dermatologist. Once you go to your dermatologist, get everything that you can get under your insurance, because usually if you have insurance, you can visit a dermatologist or pay out of pocket. They can do all of that stuff because you're currently paying for that through your insurance. When you visit someone like me, it is usually you have to use your HSA, your FSA out of pocket. What I do is not covered under insurance because it's health and wellness. You're just seeing a health and wellness specialist. I'm very similar to a naturopath, and we do some of the same things. But I hear all the time people say, do you take insurance? No, I don't take insurance. I do take HSA, FSA, care credit, and different plans, but you cannot visit me and use insurance. So when you do come to me, I'm usually looking into your life to find out how you arrived at the situation, how you arrived in my chair with alopecia areata, how you arrived in my chair with CCCA and lichen, how you arrived in my chair with FFA and scarring alopecia. I need to do my digging. I need to do my detective work. So Instagram, if you guys have any questions, let me know, because I'm going back and forth to make sure YouTube's asking questions and I'm answering them. Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So Chocolate says, I wish I knew someone in California to help me. There are plenty. You usually have to go to Google. You have to go to Google and put trichologist or hair loss practitioner in the search, and plenty of them will come up. I know there are some in California. And if you by chance need someone of my expertise, I work virtually. So you do not have to be in my chair for me to work with you and service you, because that's why the term has come up called telehealth. Telehealth makes it possible for me to service you. I have serviced people in the UK, Chicago, Mexico, all via chat, via Zoom, via Google Meet, Teams, everything. So you do not have to be in my space for me to help you. So what I do is help you uncover some of the things that you are going through that a dermatologist usually can't do. Dermatologists can spend maybe 5 to 10 minutes with you. They cannot spend all day with you. They cannot sit there with you, hold your hand, and listen to whatever it is you got to tell them for an hour. They cannot do that. That's why you come to someone like us to fill in those gaps, to help you understand. It's the inflammation from your diet. It's the stress in your life. It is the lack of sleep. It is your endocrine system. It is the medication. We tie all that together and we prepare a plan and a protocol for you so that you can get out of whatever it is that you're in and you can move forward, changing your diet, changing your lifestyle, changing some things so that you can have better hair growth in the future. One thing, Miss Margaret Jameson, I am located in Pleasantville, New Jersey. So if you need me, I'm in the New Jersey area. If you were in North Jersey, or if you're in Central Jersey, if you were in Trenton, I'm probably an hour or 2 hours away from you. If you're outside of New Jersey, I am still available for your needs. I service everyone virtually. So I just want to let you know, you do not have to be in my space for me to help you. If you are remotely interested, all you have to do is visit our website, hairlosscenternj.com, schedule a 15-minute session so that we can talk more about your needs. It is free. You do not have to worry about having to pay. However, you can ask me some questions, and then I can recommend some necessary next steps, or what should we do now? So if you can head on over to my website and I can be of service to you if any of what I say sounds good to you. So TikTok, please, 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 please let me know if you understand what it is that I'm trying to say. We are your dermatologist support staff. Please, if you guys have any challenges with your hair and scalp, visit your dermatologist, but then come see someone like us so we can put those pieces together for you so that you can move in the right direction. Often, clients do go to a dermatologist. They get their non-surgical topical products. They get their clobetasol. They get their steroids, the steroid creams. Some of you get shots. They are very painful, but they're designed to reduce inflammation. There are a lot of things that your dermatologist can provide for you. However, sometimes they're just not able to help you just move forward. Sure, they help you with whatever it is that you're dealing with right now, pain, stiffness, inflammation right now, but a lot of them are not going to tell you what to do. Work on your trans fat, work on the amount of high fructose you're taking in, work on the amount of sugar, work on your yeast. They're not getting into all that. That's what we do as hair loss professionals. So one of the first things that I wanted to talk to you guys about is, and TikTok, if you guys have any questions, I have a few people in the room. My Facebook community, my YouTube community, and my Instagram community are beating y'all to the punch. Now I know y'all got some questions for me. So let me know if any of you guys have been in my room before. And if this is your first time, just send me a hello, send me a little hand, or tap the screen for me to let me know if this is your first time. If I have anyone that has been in here before, let me know, because a lot of what I say is probably already going to make sense to you because you've been in my room before. So just let me know, because I always like to know who has been in my room. Thank you, Ms. Bernina. Okay, so I'm going to pin my contact information to the TikTok room so that you guys, if you need me, you can find me and you can connect with me if you need me. So hopefully this is coming up on the page, because sometimes TikTok won't allow me to post it. It'll come up, but it won't allow me to post it. Hi, Miss Tanya. I hope you're well. I hope you're joining us from New Jersey. If not, it's okay, because if you need someone like me and you're interested in my services, I am in the New Jersey area. But if you're not, let me know where you're from, Miss Tanya. And chocolate, let me share this with you. I service anyone. And I will say this, I hear that all the time. Most of our African Americans, our multicultural clients, even my Latina clients have said to me, they want someone who is of color. They want someone who looks like them. They want to see what it is that I do with faces that look like them. And I get it. I understand. However, I service anyone. I service Black people, brown people, blue people, pink people, yellow people. I service men, women, and children. I don't care. If you cut and you bleed, then I can service you. If you're human, I can service you. I really hope that if you can find someone in California who is of color that can service your needs. And again, if you cannot, I am here. All you need to do is take some images of your hair. I send you out a trichoscope. You take some pictures with your mobile phone. We meet on a Zoom. I send you a questionnaire and a link. Bam, we got it. So if you cannot find someone in your area to service you, I'm here. I'm your girl. That's why I'm here, to get this information out to the community. So thank you, Chocolate. You said you found me on TikTok. Wonderful. I'm so happy. And Tanya from Philly, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me today. So I want to get back over here. I didn't want to let my TikTok community down. So one of my Miss Bernina, thank you for tapping the screen and giving me that brown hand. I appreciate it. So I want to share with you all, and thank you again for being in the chat, the 4 must-haves. The 4 must-haves, they're non-negotiable. Now, this is my shelf here. So I'm not playing with y'all. I am not playing. So when I say these are the 4 must-haves, these are the 4 must-haves, and they're non-negotiable. You need to have them, and I'm going to help you understand why. So if you guys let me know, put in the chat any mineral that you've ever been low on that your doctor let you know, okay, they took your blood work, or you had some kind of scan, you went to visit your doctor, and at any time in your life, let me know here in TikTok, let me know Instagram, Facebook, let me know YouTube, if you have ever been to your doctor and your doctor said you're low on this mineral and they did a test on you. Put it in the chat. I'm going to wait, because I know there's somebody here on in one of these platforms who they've been to a doctor and one of their doctors said you're low on this vitamin and mineral. Come on now. Put it in the chat. Let's go. I know vitamin D. All right now. La said vitamin D. Miss Bernina said vitamin D. Yes. Okay. Iron. Xtina said iron. Okay. Come on, y'all. Come on, Miss Flower, Miss Francis Flowers. Let's go. Let me know. Have any of you guys? I'm looking around. I want to make sure that I don't miss none of my comments because I see TikTok is listening. Vitamin D. Okay. Chocolate said vitamin D. What? As police officer, how somebody say you had low vitamin E? Usually ain't no test that say you need that you have low vitamin E. That's a new one. That's a new one. But thank you. Sodium, yes. Sodium. There are so many different functions that vitamins and minerals form. They are coenzymatic factors with each other. They help vitamins and minerals along. They help each other do different processes in the body that we need. So when some of those items are low in the body, you feel it. For example, chocolate said vitamin D. Usually you start to feel a little bit weighed down. You start having some immunity issues. You start having hair loss issues. There are some things that happen when you're low on vitamin D. Oh, okay, Miss as police officer, you're rheumatologist. Okay, see, that rheumatologist probably dug a little deep to tell you that you needed that. And vitamin E is very antioxidant rich, and we all need vitamin E. So when you have hypothyroidism, okay, I got it. So when you're low in vitamin D, usually your immunity is weak. You'll start seeing hair loss. There are a lot of things that vitamin D helps. Usually I tell everyone, make sure you get a lot of sunlight. Got you. You got lupus. Okay, I see it now. Okay, I understand. So vitamins and minerals perform vital functions in the body. So I'm going to rattle these off. Chocolate said vitamin D. As police officer said vitamin E. Someone else said sodium. Someone else said vitamin iron, which is a mineral. I'm sorry, vitamin D. When you're low on just one vitamin mineral, that usually throws something else off. So if you're low on one, it usually makes you correspondingly low on something else. So what I want to share with you right now, some of my TikTok community say iron. Iron carries hemoglobin. The hemoglobin carries oxygen throughout the body and to all of the tissues and the capillaries and to your hair and scalp. Now, because I'm a hair loss specialist, I am really concerned with how well your oxygen is being delivered to your capillaries. So if your blood doesn't have enough hemoglobin, doesn't have enough iron-rich foods in your diet, if your stomach doesn't neutralize food well and it doesn't pull iron from your food, if you're not able to intake iron, it usually creates a need where you're low on ferritin because that's iron storage. You cannot carry oxygen throughout the tissues. It cannot be carried through the arteries, the veins, the venules, the capillaries. It cannot get to your fingertips. It cannot get to your toes. Your nose will be cold. You'll always be cold. Your body temperature will be low just from not having enough iron. So please, family, so when I say you need your vitamins, you need vitamins and minerals, stop sitting in my chair, stop going to your cosmetologist, your hairstylist, telling her, oh, my hair is falling out, I'm anemic, but you don't want to take anything. You have to, if you want to improve your quality of life, if you want to improve your hair, you have to start with a good vitamin and mineral. So vitamin D is very, very important for immunity and for hair growth. And for us in the Northeast, even though we get 4 seasons, a lot of us don't spend enough time in the sun. So we have to get out there. We got to take our shoes off, walk around in the grass if you have grass, and spend some time in the sun. You have to get that vitamin D. Vitamin E performs so many different factors. It helps your liver. It helps with cholesterol. You need vitamin D. So I hope I help you guys understand how much you need your vitamins and minerals. There are just so many things that your vitamin and minerals do. You have your fat-soluble vitamins and your water-soluble vitamins, which is why you need to take your vitamins and minerals with food, because the fat in the food helps you neutralize and digest some of the fat, some of the vitamins. And then the other, they help when you take water, when you drink water before your meal or after your meal, the other vitamins work. That's why they call fat soluble and water soluble. So you need your vitamins and minerals. So some of the minerals that I'm going to rattle off, just like one of the participants put in sodium. Sodium is one. Calcium is another. Calcium is very good for those over 40 and over 50, because when we want to get them DEXA scans, usually we need that calcium. So I'm trying to just really make a point as to why vitamins and minerals are needed. calcium, sodium, potassium, magnesium. When we start having problems with our nerves and we start twitching and our eyes start twitching, we can't get enough rest. Usually we need that magnesium. We also need our B vitamins. B vitamins works well with iron to carry all of that oxygen and hemoglobin through all of the tissues because it helps us build red blood cells. The B vitamins also help us with our nerves, help us to digest our carbohydrates and make better use of them. Do I need to go on, everybody? We need our vitamins and minerals. So if y'all want to have great growing hair and an improved quality of life, you need a good vitamin and mineral supplement. So the reason I'm sitting here today is to make sure y'all got everything that you need. Now, this is one. As a trichologist, my focus is men and women who are over 50 because I understand the needs of those who are over 50 because I myself am mature and aged, if you can see by this hair. So I'm 56, so I understand what it's like when you're in your 50s. There are different biological and metabolic processes and different things that are happening when you're in your 50s. You're going through menopause. Sometimes you're on medication. You're getting that thick middle. You're gaining some weight. There are just some things that are happening that I myself understand as a person over 50. So what I want to share with you is this is one of my heavy hitters. This is what I love to recommend to everyone when they tell me that they're not on a vitamin and mineral supplement. So this is called Isotonics Multivitamin 50 Plus. No, this is not a sales ploy, but this is just here to share with you that you need to have something in your arsenal. Now, this is by Isotonics. I know this is a very gorgeous bottle, but sometimes you just can't see it. Hopefully you can see it. This is called Isotonics, and it says 50 because it's for those especially over 50. It has extra vitamins and minerals for those of various needs and various ages. So also, when you are not over 50, not saying that that wouldn't work for anyone, then I have my daily essentials. This is by Isotonics. See that box there? It may be backwards, and I'm sorry, but I just want to share with you. This has something called OPC3 in it. OPC3, it has a multivitamin. It has your activated B complex. So that's all your B vitamins. And this also has calcium. These are individual packets that you can take. You can open it, just pop into your bottle of water every single day. It is so helpful to have something that you can just take and carry. Now, the reason, I know you guys are saying, what is it? Why I love this product. If you can hear this, this is a powder. I know you guys can't hear it, but it's a powder. All you have to do is take this handy dandy product, unscrew the cap. You turn this over, you fill this cap up, just this cap, a nice level cap. And then you put it in this little contraption right here called a cup. You fill it up with water. Bam! That's it. Then you just drink it and consume it. These products, I love these products because these products get into the bloodstream. If you visit isotonics.com, they get into your bloodstream within a half an hour flat, which is a lot different than when you have to consume a vegan tablet or a hard capsule tablet. It usually takes its time going through digestion before you even are able to absorb or get the maximum benefits from that tablet. So Miss Tanya said, that's probably why my hair won't grow because I don't take vitamins. That could be one cause, Miss Tanya. It could be many things. But what I usually like to share with everyone, which is why I'm here, is just make sure you're doing the very best you can do to make sure that you can grow the best hair you can until you find out what's hindering you from growing hair. So can you take both products at the same time? So Miss Tanya, this is a daily multi-mineral vitamin supplement. This by itself is one, and then this is one. But if you're over 50, you can take this one or take this one. You don't need to take both. So I was only just, trying to let you guys know that a multivitamin and mineral supplement is needed. So let me just jump on over here to Instagram really quick. No one left me any questions, so I'm going to keep going because I don't want to go on and you guys have questions for me. So, okay, I don't have any more questions. So TikTok, let me know if you have any questions. I know I only have a few people in the room, but I'm going to keep going. So next on the list. So I want to make sure that you guys are understanding what it is that I'm saying. If you have any questions or if I'm talking too fast, because I'm trying to talk quickly because I know people don't pay attention that long, and I'm trying to get it in as quickly as I can. The first thing on that list were vitamins and minerals. Now, I mention that because just 1 or 2 minerals that you're low on, 1 or 2 vitamins that you're low on can make you off. You can be off. So that's why I'm talking about having vitamins and minerals in the diet to improve your quality of life and to improve your hair growth. And when you're not taking them, that is usually the key to why your hair isn't growing the way it could be growing. So biotin, yes, ma'am, you can take biotin. However, for all of my men and women that have thyroid issues, you should never take an abundance of biotin. You should never take biotin that's like 5,000 IUs. Never. You can get the much needed biotin, and I strongly encourage you to do this because I would rather you eat your supplements than have to consume them on the side because, you just don't know any better. All you need is about 50 to 100 IUs of biotin every day, and you can just eat cucumbers. Make yourself a small salad with your lunch or your dinner, and there's your biotin, your daily supplement of biotin every day. If you know you're going to eat some cucumbers and leave the skin on, don't take the skin off. Leave that skin on. Let me grab you a cucumber. You want some biotin? Eat your cucumber. Eat your cucumber. That will give you what you need. So you say, okay, great. When you're going in for your thyroid test and your hypothyroid test or any type of panel for your endocrine system, do not take biotin right before because it can throw off your blood levels. I know, I have seen it. So please do not consume excess biotin. You do not need 5,000. You don't need 2,500. You do not. All you need is about 100 every single day. You can get that from a cucumber. So like I said, I would rather you guys just eat your vitamins and minerals instead of having to take them. But the American diet is so poor. Our soil is eradicated. It doesn't have nitrogen. It doesn't have sodium, potassium. It doesn't have what we need. We're not eating organic. A lot of our food just doesn't have the rich sources of minerals that we need, so we have to supplement. So I just want to throw that out there. So chocolate, you can get them from isotonics.com. isotonics.com/SBL hair loss. It's isotonics.com/SBL hair loss. So I know you can't see it, it's probably backwards. isotonics.com/SBL hair loss. I hope that helps. That's where you can find these, because if you do use the / link, when you get to the webpage, you will see my name at the top. It will show that LaRon Quarles, who will be your agent, my name will be at the top. Hopefully you can get that and use my link, because then I will get the credit. So I'm going to go ahead and keep moving because I know I don't have everybody on here forever. So vitamins and minerals, you need it. You need your iron, you need your vitamin D, your A, your E, your D, your K. You need all of your potassium, your iron, your vitamin D. You need everything. You need it. So the second thing that I want to talk about, let me know if anyone here has ever heard of free radicals. Please put in the chat, tap the screen, do whatever it is you got to do to let me know that y'all still here and you ain't fell asleep. Let me know if you've heard of antioxidants. Please let me know. Have you ever heard of antioxidants? Yes. Okay, Nevaeh said yes. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Let me know if you've heard of antioxidants. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if you've heard of antioxidants. Okay. If I don't get any response here, then I'm going to just go over to TikTok because TikTok's paying attention. Okay. Antioxidants are next on the list. Oh, you haven't heard of antioxidants? Okay, well, we're going to talk about them today. Supplements or powder chocolate, the products that Isotonic sells, they're all powder. It's water-based. You mix it with water and you drink it. It makes it so much easier, and it's getting into your system a lot sooner. So La and Nevaeh and Rachel, y'all know about antioxidants. So antioxidants help prevent free radicals. It helps prevent the bullies in the cellular system from hitting and knocking out the good cells. Free radicals are bullies. They're cells that don't have enough, okay, what do I call it? They don't have enough ions on their surface. So when they've been circulating around the body for a while and they haven't died off yet, sometimes the cell will have weak ions, but what it'll do is bump a good cell. It will technically kind of throw that cell off balance and make it a free radical. We want the cells that are in our body to stay afloat, to stay circulating, to grow into new cells, split, divide all day, every day. But if they're constantly bombarded by free radicals, it will knock them out of position and they essentially will die and they will cease to work. We need our cells splitting, dividing, growing, especially our hair cells. I can always tell when a client is not taking antioxidants, they're not eating right, and that they are suffering the effects of free radicals and cellular death by the way their scalp looks. If their parts are starting to widen, they're suffering with inflammation, they're going through different cellular processes, I already know that they are not consuming enough fruits and vegetables and enough antioxidants. So we all need antioxidants so we don't have cellular death. We need our antioxidants. You can find antioxidants in rich sources of fruits and vegetables, all colors of the rainbow. We need the pink fruits, the rare fruits, the white fruits and vegetables, the greens, the leafy greens, the light greens, the blues, the dark beets, the berries. We need them. They are full of antioxidants and anti-inflammatories. So I just want to share with you guys that when we do not eat enough antioxidants and anti-inflammatories, we don't have enough anti-inflammatories for the brain, for the heart, to protect us against arthritis, to protect our bodies from emitting cytokines and inflammatory factors in the body. We need to have plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables. We need to reduce how much food that we eat out of a box and out of a bag, unless it's frozen. The only time I say you can have something in a bag is if it's frozen. Frozen fruits and vegetables, not with the sauces and gravies and all kinds of crap on top of it. Make your own. Take some cornstarch, a little bit of flour, whatever, and make your own gravies and sauces, because a lot of what we're eating out here these days contains too much high fructose products, and it's creating a lot of liver fat. When we eat a lot of high fructose products, a lot of processed food, it shuts down our liver function, and it makes what is called the mitochondria in the cell stop working. So if the mitochondria, which is the energy function of the cell, doesn't have any energy and it starts shutting down, guess what? Our cellular function, hi Morgan, our cellular function starts shutting down, and we create what's called cellular death. As a trichologist, I do my humble best to make sure you guys have what you need so that you do not experience cellular death. We need the cells to keep splitting and dividing every single day, which is what hair cells do. Hair cells are the most rapidly growing cells in the body, which is why when everyone goes through chemo, and I know, Morgan, you understand what I mean. When we're going through chemo, when we're going through radiation, first thing to go in 24 hours flat is that hair. You go like this, it's falling out. You wake up, it's on the pillow, because the hair cell is the most rapidly growing cellular process in the body, which is why when you cut your mustache off, you shave, you cut your eyebrows off, guess what? That hair is growing back the next day, because hair cells are the rapidly growing cells in the body. So this is why I'm saying, everyone, you need your antioxidants. So this is an example. This is by Isotonics as well. Let me turn this over for you. Isotonics, this is called OPC3, proanthocyanidins, oligopolymeric proanthocyanidins. It's a long tongue twister, and half the time I'm on here tearing it all up. But this is loaded with resveratrol, loaded with products that will help you with your antioxidant function and your anti-inflammatory function. Now, when I get into this, I love what I do. So, oh yeah, Miss Tanya, yes, that chemo, it's going to take it out. It will take it out. But what I suggest to all of my ladies is a process of things that they can do while they're taking their chemo so that it doesn't just totally just destroy you and wipe you out. I usually suggest that all of my clients refrain from sugar and consume an alkaline-rich diet with absolutely no processed foods, because chemo is going to do what it has to do while you're on it to destroy all of those rapidly growing cells. It's not going to pick and choose which cells. It's going to do all of them. So I understand, and I understand completely. If you need anyone to help you with any of your hair needs, please let me know. As a health and wellness specialist, it's what I do. So thank you for sharing that with me. So what I want to share with you all is we need the vitamins and minerals, and I hope you all doing your homework. I hope you remember what it is that I said. If anyone can tap the screen for me, tell me what it is that I said you all need, because I need to make sure that you guys understand and that you're taking value from what it is I'm sharing. Please put it in the chat what it is I shared so far that you need to have. I said 3 things. Please, if you can, because somebody put in the chat the 3 things I mentioned. Come on now, y'all. What did I mention that you need to have? Because if you can't tell me what it is I said, you're not going to remember. Thank you, La. All right, Miss Tanya. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Let me see if everybody's listening on Instagram. Okay, I don't have any comments from Instagram, but I'm going to keep going. Right. Okay, great. Okay. So La, we need to have our vitamins. We need to have minerals because they help perform different coenzymatic functions. They help each other. We need our vitamins. We need our minerals. Case in point, when you consume iron, you must consume iron with vitamin C, or else it doesn't matter how much iron you take, you're just not going to absorb it. Iron and C, they work well together. Okay, so there are just some things that you just need. Different vitamins and minerals, they help each other become absorbed and utilized by the body. So you need your iron with your vitamin C. You need your A, D, E, and K. You need you need your sodium, your potassium, your calcium. You need it for your parathyroid. You need your iodine and your selenium for your thyroid. So I'm not playing with y'all. That's why I'm here. Your girl's here. So yes, chocolate. Yes, chocolate said it. Girl, let me know where you from and I'll send you one of these for free because you put it in there. That's why I was looking for all of it. Let me know where you're from and I'll send you one of these. Whatever one you wanted, let me know and I'll send it to you. So, okay, you said what was the item in the box? So Nevaeh, what I was sharing is this is just a general daily, we call it daily essentials. In isotonics land, we call these the daily essentials. It contains the OPC3 that I was talking about. It contains this OPC3. This is the antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. It also contains your multivitamins. So it contains OPC3, a multivitamin, your B vitamins, and your calcium. So you need your vitamins, you need your minerals, and you need your antioxidants. This particular product also contains an anti-inflammatory, which is why I like it, because it contains 2 things in one. So what I want to share with you is your brain, like I said earlier, your brain needs anti-inflammatories. It needs good sources of fish oils. It needs the omega-9s. Your omega-6s are your seed oils, your linseed, your flaxseed, your olive oil. However, they are pro-inflammatory. You cannot just solely rely on your seed oils, the linoleic oils, and all those type of oils. You need your DHA and your EPA omegas. So I apologize that I'm getting a little scatterbrained because I'm getting a little excited. Sometimes I can't remember everything. So you need to have your omega-5, 7s, your 3s, your 6s, your 9s, but you have to have your fish oils. You got to, whatever fish you can have for your blood type, you need to have that fish in your diet with regularity. If you can have meat in your diet, me as a type AB, I cannot have meat in my diet. I can have it as a neutral, but that's not something that I need to have all the time. So I have turkey and I have fish. If your blood type affords for you to have certain meats that are beneficial for you, eat them because they contain rich sources of omegas for anti-inflammatory, for heart health, for brain health. You need your anti-inflammatories. You need your seed oils because they're pro-inflammatory, but that's not something you should survive your life on. You also should not use those seed oils at high flash point because they'll turn into trans fats. Those trans fats are bad for your liver. We're trying to protect your liver and feed the gut. That liver, we in America, everyone that I see, just about 80% of all clients that come to me have liver fat, have inflammatory liver issues, and it comes from trans fat, overcooking our food in different oils, corn oils, vegetable oils, seed oils. Or we're consuming way too much high fructose processed foods, which is converting our fat into liver fat. We need to make sure that we protect our liver. We do not eat the way our parents and our grandparents ate. They're not suffering with the same stuff that we suffer with now. So I'm here as your trichologist and your health and wellness specialist. I'm here to let you know, just treat me like your sister. Your sister trying to tell you, get it together. So we need our vitamins and minerals, our antioxidants to prevent cell death and anti-inflammatories. So let me see. Oh yeah, Miss Flowers Francis or Francis Flowers, they're excellent for diabetics. However, as a diabetic, type 1, type 2, you'd have to let me know. You have to do the work on your end. You cannot consume your metformin, your GLP-1s. You cannot consume your diabetes medication and still eat processed food, high fructose food, syrups. You cannot. Even though you're on medication, you should not still keep consuming all that stuff because you're on medication. You have to eventually stop eating what you're eating, tone it down, consume more proteins and good fats in your diet so you can reduce and eliminate that medication. But yes, these products are very safe. They're very safe. And also, Miss Francis Flowers, I really would suggest you institute a fasting protocol into your diet to lower your insulin levels so that you don't have so many issues with your diabetes. If you need more information, please, my information can be found right on my website, hairlosscenterNJ.com. We can talk for a few minutes just so we can serve each other's needs and I can be a benefit to you. So the last thing on the list, ta-da, pre and probiotics. Now, I know y'all saying this girl don't talk my head off, and I'm sorry, but this is what I do. I want to share with you, if I have anyone in my feeds, either of my feeds, I'm gonna go back to Instagram, see if somebody sent me any questions. What I want to share with you guys is when you plant food outside, just suppose you wanted to start container gardening or you want to go outside and you want to start just throwing some things down, some planters, some seeds. You want to start your seeds in the house, but you're just doing it with the dirt you just took from outside. You just went out in your front yard and just took some soil out of the dirt. Soil out of your front yard or out of your backyard, and you just threw some seeds in them. Guess what? After a while, you're going to look and you're going to see that whatever it is you planted, if it comes up at all, it's going to be real chintzy, real tiny, real young looking because you didn't give it what it needed. You can't just throw seeds and seedlings in the dirt. And thank you so much, Miss Francis Flowers. I'm glad you find this informative. I try to come on at least once a day on one of my platforms. Hopefully you can follow me on one of my platforms because I try to come on with at least one of my platforms. I'm trying to do all of them, but sometimes it's a lot to come on all of my platforms every single day. But if you can, please follow me. I like to provide value. I thank you so much for telling me that you're finding this informative. So when you're planting stuff outside and you're just throwing the seeds out, throwing them seedlings out, I can't even guarantee you how it's going to come up. It may not even come up at all. And I say that to say, you have to zhuzh up the dirt. You have to zhuzh up the soil. Now, I'm not sure if you guys know what zhuzh up means, but you got to get it together. Sometimes when we eat our food, we like to zhuzh it up. Put a little butter, put a little garlic, put a little salt, a little bit of pepper. You got to zhuzh it up. Now, as far as your soil is concerned, you absolutely cannot just throw stuff in the dirt. You just can't do that. You know what it needs? Your dirt needs fertilizer. It needs plant food. It needs fruit and vegetable food. It needs nitrogen. It needs sodium. It needs minerals. It needs straw. It needs stuff. So when I'm talking about the need for probiotics, you simply cannot just take probiotics. You cannot. Okay. Probiotics need food. The bacteria need something to eat off of. Because our soil has been eradicated, because our food does not have all the hulls, the husks, it doesn't contain all the fiber. We don't eat enough fiber. Our probiotics in our bacteria in our gut is very null at best. It's not doing too well. So even if you just took probiotics, it's really not serving you. The reason why is the bacteria needs good food. It needs good food in which to thrive, to multiply, so that it can populate your healthy, beneficial bacteria in your gut. This is why I recommend that if you're going to take probiotics, you need to have prebiotics and probiotics. Now, one of my heavy hitters, I recommend this to all of my clients who meet with me for their consultations. Now, also, because I have a very weak gut, and I always have because I'm a type AB, so I don't neutralize my food that well. I also take both. Now, because I have a really, really slow gut and I have to work on it, I take both. So this is just pure psyllium. This is psyllium pre and probiotic fiber. Whenever I put my clients on this, they have a bowel movement in a day. I don't care how backed up you are. It's usually because you don't have enough food for the probiotics in your gut. You don't have enough beneficial bacteria, which is why I recommend pre and probiotics. So I hope this is making sense to all you guys, because if you want to have the best life possible, you need to have pre and probiotics. In my hair, I'm getting hyped, y'all. My hair is going all over the place. So Nevaeh said, what if you're O negative? So ask me what it is that you're concerned about when you said you're O negative. What is it that you're asking, can you have or can't have? Because I'm not really sure. What's your question, Nevaeh? And Miss Lady Cherokee, I'm going to pin this comment to the top. It says, my edges are very delicate. The hair there is not a lot of hair there. What can you use? Well, Lady Cherokee, I am unsure. I'm unsure of what your hair looks like. I'm not sure if you're going through frontal fibrosing, if you're having challenges with slow hair growth due to traction. I'm not really sure what your experience is, but I have some products on my website. I'm not sure if I could pull it up, because when I'm streaming on a lot of platforms, usually my little tablet works really slowly and doesn't open well for me. I'm gonna see if I can pull this up, because I want you to see this. This is my TikTok. All you have to do, this is me, SBL Hair Loss Trichology. Tap my link here. Tap my link. Tap the link there, and hopefully it'll take you to my link here. You hit that there. And then when it comes up, I know it's going to take a second, and I'm sorry. It's because I'm streaming on 4 platforms right now. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, so it's coming up slowly. What I want to take you to is if this comes up, I'm trying to take you to my website, because I want to share with you what it is that you can use. Because if you need any of these products, all you have to do is go to my bio right here, tap my gorgeous face right there, go to my bio and pull up this link. And I'm trying to get it up. It's not working. It's not cooperating with me right now. Let me see if I can do it on a different phone. But I'm gonna try to get to your question. Let me see if I can do it here instead. All right. I'm gonna do it on my cell phone instead, because I don't think this is gonna cooperate with me. Okay. All righty. So this is my platform. All you have to do is tap this link. Go to my profile, tap the link. Oh, I tap the link and it's loading. I'm going to show you what to use. So once you get to my bio and you tap that screen, thank you so much. I appreciate your purchase. I so appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Now, because I'm on all these platforms, this is why my phone cannot open it. And my husband has a slow bandwidth of Wi-Fi, so I can't do all this at one time. I'm so sorry. So Lady Cherokee, I'm going to have to probably pin or put my information in the chat and send you a message, because I can't even pull it up. My stuff is loading really, really slowly because I'm on too many devices right now. But you can go to my bio there, tap it, let it load, tap the link, and then once you see my pretty face and I'm sitting here like this, it's like an orange background, scroll all the way down until you see Hair Loss Center store. On my store, you tap it so you can go to the full list of items that I market and I sell. Look for the Cell Food products, because the Cell Food products is a very great line. I have a Nora Tress hair line that I market and sell, and it's made by a Black woman. Also, I have the Pure Au Naturals line. Okay, it's okay, because even if you can't, I can try to send it to you. I'm gonna write your name down, and I'm just gonna put my information in your box. Pure Au Naturals, Nora Tress, and the Cell Food line. 3 excellent lines for you to use that can help your edges. However, you also probably need to use a detoxifier to just get whatever products that may be hindering you and your scalp from the products getting to your capillaries. You probably need a good detox to use once a week. And you also need a collagen stimulator, because it's going to help you build elastin, fibrils, and tendrils. and the collagen, it goes in and begins to heal itself by creating new collagen and helping you with new hair cells when you're using the collagen stimulator. So please let me know if I could help you with any of that. But if you can, just try to go to my link a little bit later. You may not be able to get to it now, but I'll try sending it to you. So like I was saying, everyone, you need the probiotics need the food from the prebiotics. So you have to have a good source of pre and probiotic fiber. This is on my website, everyone, hairlosscenternj.com. When you go to hairlosscenternj.com, look for the store. It's usually a little link, a little hamburger over on the side. You tap that menu, go to my store. When you go onto the store, you usually have to tap on it to make sure you can load all of the products. This is on my link. This is the same price on my website as it is on Amazon's website. It's only $20, and this is going to last you a long time. Guaranteed bowel movement, 24 hours. If you are not able to get bowel movements at least once a day, you need to add more fiber into your diet, less processed food. You need to eat more whole foods in your diet, minimal processing, no fried foods to improve the probiotics and the beneficial bacteria in your gut. So I just wanted to let you all know, make sure you have your vitamins and your minerals in your diet. If you need this, you can get this from my website too. But if you need to, you can go right to isotonics.com/SBL hair loss. SBL hair loss. So that's isotonics.com/SBL hair loss. Or you can just go right to my website, hairlosscenternj.com, to find all of these products. And again, this is for my people over 50, and I take this as well. If y'all don't believe me, I'm gonna go get my bag. I'm gonna go get my bag and show you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So as a hair loss professional and a health and wellness specialist, I don't play around, and I'm playing around with y'all. Hi, Miss Brenda, travel agent. Happy Sunday. Now, my husband and I, this is the coenzyme Q10, and we keep these in plastic bags because sometimes the powder, it tends to not flow as well because the air is getting inside of the cap. So we leave these in plastic bags. So we take the isochrome because my husband has problems as a diabetic. So he takes isochrome. If you can see that, this is isochrome. We also take the coenzyme Q10, and these are powder. These are powder. And this is mine. I take the multivitamin 50, and I also take the B vitamins. I know you guys can't see it, but this is the B vitamins. So I'm not playing. I take them too. And this is our counter here at home. I ain't messing with y'all. I take my vitamins and minerals. So, Miss Tasha. Hi, Tasha. Hi, Tasha. I love you. Thank you for joining me today. Can you send me the information on pre and probiotics? Of course I can. Of course I can. I'm going to write this down because if y'all know me personally, y'all know that I can't remember anything. And if I don't write it down, y'all won't get nothing out of me. Okay, Tasha, I'm going to send it to you. As soon as I get off the phone, I'm going to send it to you. And Miss Sandra Mack said, what time or how should the pre and probiotic be taken? You should essentially just take it, period. My husband and I, we usually take it at night because, we're about to go to sleep. While we're sleeping, your body's doing the heavy lifting. It's releasing the toxicity from the lymphatic system. It is helping your brain just go back to its normal size because usually during the course of the day, we do too much thinking. We're going through a lot of stress, so our brains start to expand. At that time when you're going to sleep, your brain is detoxing, your body is detoxing. So if you can, try to take it before you go to sleep because in the morning, you'll probably have a good, healthy bowel movement. When you do take the pre and probiotic fiber, when I tell you, you'll have a bowel movement at the same time every day if you take it consistently. Now, yes, Miss Sandra Mack said, I take it in the morning. You can. It really doesn't matter. My whole thing is, for everyone that I speak with on a daily basis, you need to have it in your arsenal, period. I don't care when you take it, as long as you take it. That's the whole point of why I'm here, because I want to encourage you guys to think about your health overall, not even just for your hair. We just need to have this in our diets, period. So I just wanted to see if anyone needed me, if you had any questions. Okay, no questions here. Oh, good. Okay, Miss Sandra said you purchased it from me. Yes, yeah. Yep. So if you already have it, then you don't need it, Miss Sandra. And I so appreciate you purchasing from me. I can't even tell you enough how excited I am that you find anything that I say worthwhile. So if anyone needs to go, y'all can go ahead and skate, because now I'm gonna start going into stress and how it affects your hair and your hair growth. So Miss Brenda, travel agent, can you please send me information for hair loss? Miss Brenda, as a matter of fact, all you have to do is tap the screen here and my page will load. It will have my bio. When you tap the screen for my bio, here, when you tap this here, my page will load. You can find all of my information on how to reach me. If you even just reach my SBO hair loss, that's me, SBO hair loss trichology. You can send me an email. You can send me a text. If you don't check your text messages and you don't check your email, it's probably not a good idea to send me a message, because I will message you to death until you message me back. When people reach out to me, I usually follow up. I use Boomerang by Gmail. So if you send me an email, I'm going to keep sending you one until you answer. If you send me a text, I'm going to keep sending you a text to make sure that you got what you needed. And I am always here. I'm going to keep reminding you, look, you reached out to us. Is there anything I can help you with? You reached out to us a couple days ago. What can I help you with? So Miss Brenda, travel agent, you are welcome. If you need me, I am here. Even if you don't tap the screen to see what's on my links, I am available, email, phone, and you can find out where I'm located. So I try to make myself available because I come on here to encourage people to take the next step. Invest in yourself. If you're having a challenge with your hair growth, with your life, with your lifestyle, with your nutrition, please call me, meet with me. What I do serves you overall. This is not something that I'm just trying to throw out to you because I want you to have any of these products. I want you to be well overall, because when you're well overall, then your body will give you the hair that you want because you're taking care of your body. It really bothers me when people sit in my chair and they don't want to do the work, but they want to have good hair. You can't have good hair if you're not giving your body what it needs. Your body's going to give you sparse, crappy, thin hair when you're not giving it what it needs. If you need omegas, if you need vitamins, if you need minerals, if you need selenium, if you need magnesium, give your body what it needs and stop playing. Stop being cheap and just think about investing in you. You only get one you. We got to do this right. So Miss Shane Singletary said, at hotmail.com, I need to buy everything. Please keep me posted. My hair growth is not good. You're welcome for all of this, and thank you for sharing. I'm gonna put this in my information here, and hopefully I can reach you. And Miss Shane, I hope I'm saying it right. You can always find me at hairlosscenternj.com. I am right here in Pleasantville, New Jersey. I will send you everything that you need. And I thank you so very much. My address is 1420 South New Road, Pleasantville, New Jersey. I am about 5 to 10 minutes from Atlantic City, New Jersey. So if you need me, I am just a phone call, a tap away, and I serve the needs of everyone in person and virtually. So I just want to let everyone know that. I'm switching back over to Instagram because Instagram is not sending me any questions, but it's okay. And you are welcome. Thank you. So Ms. Hot Coco 69, is it necessary to take college over 50? Girl, do I need to get into college and over 50? Yes, we need college and over 50. Now, I am using the filter, but because of the amazing melanin that God has bestowed upon me, Hot Coco is laughing. Don't laugh, girl. Because of this filter, you probably do not see the bags and the wrinkles, the fine lines. Girl, everybody needs collagen after 50. We need it. We need it for our vaginal health. We need it for our skin health. We need it for our hair. Everyone should have collagen in your diet over 50. So that's a yes. If you ever need any collagen, please, liquid or powder, I got you. Okay, TikTok wants me to slide this thing over. I guess they want to make sure that I'm still here. Okay, yes. So does anybody want to hear how stress impacts their hair and their hair health? If not, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I'm going to wait a second to see if anybody wants to stick around because I have 10 people here. I got a couple people here. As a matter of fact, Miss K, I use collagen brand by Nature's Sunshine. I have been taking collagen with Nature's Sunshine for years. So once I get something that I like, and it's a very, very fine powder, when I put it into my juice and my smoothies, it dissolves. I put it in water, it dissolves. So I don't like switching around using a whole bunch of different stuff. So I like collagen by Nature's Sunshine. So I'm getting a couple yeses. And K, the collagen is by Nature's Sunshine. If you go to Google and you Google Nature's Sunshine, it's in a big pink container, like a big tub, and it's by Nature's Sunshine. That's what I use personally. And I'm sorry that I don't have it here to share with you in person. Oh, okay. So Chocolate, I hope you heard that. I like the collagen by Nature's Sunshine. And when I buy it, I usually buy them in a case, and it's usually 4 because I take with my smoothies every day. And the one that I have is in a big bright pink label. Let me see. I'm gonna try to see if I can show it to you here on my phone. And like I said, because I'm streaming to so many places, a lot of times my phones won't work because I'm using so much energy. naturesunshine.com. So, okay, so I had a couple yeses. So a few people said they want to know more about stress and hair growth. So I'm going to go ahead and continue. So I want to talk to you guys about how stress impacts your hair growth. Now, if any of you guys want to stick around for a little bit, I get really deep and I get really excited when I'm talking about stress, because stress, in addition to hurting your hair, it can hurt you, and it actually, at certain stages, it can actually kill you. So, you know, I'm making a joke out of it, but I want you guys to understand you have to find ways to reduce your stress, support your adrenals, support your cortisol levels. You have to support yourself when you're under a lot of stress. A lot of my clients, like my sister Tasha, experienced recent death in the family. We all have life struggles. We all have families. We got kids, grandkids. We have husbands, spouses, wives. They get on our nerves. Our jobs get on our nerves. Driving to work, going to church. People are riding your bumper. They riding you too close. Stress is going to happen whether you like it or not. So the reason why, see, my phone's, yeah, they're tripping. You see this? I can't even pull it up for y'all. Nature's Sunshine. Go to naturesunshine.com. That's the form of collagen that I use. I'm sorry, I can't even pull it up. I wish I could, but I can't. Stress does a number on us, on our daily lives. But when we're enduring a lot of stress for too long, all the time, consistently, every single day, you got a husband that's getting on your nerves. He may be running around acting a fool, getting on your nerves. Sometimes you just got to just leave him alone. Not pay attention, not worry about it so much, because you have to protect you. You have to work on you. You can't fix everything. You can't save everybody. So I'm just going to talk about how stress impacts you, because my phone is on 10% and I probably won't be able to stay on too much longer because it's using up a lot of energy. So one of the reasons why I suggest that you guys work on your stress levels, support your body stress needs, is because, number one, when we're stressed, our body is going to secrete adrenaline. Who has ever heard of adrenaline? Please let me know that you've heard of adrenaline. If you haven't heard of adrenaline, I know you've heard of epi. Usually when we're watching these hospital shows, the doctors, when you come on the emergency gurney, they'll say, give them a shot of epi. Epi is adrenaline. Yes, you've heard of adrenaline or epi. Has anyone here in my YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram land, have y'all ever heard of epi or adrenaline? Because I want to share with you. Yes, Miss Sandra said yes. Okay. All right. Nobody is really saying anything on Instagram. So I'm going to share with you what happens when you're going through the stress response. Usually when we are associated with any stress of any kind, it don't matter. Stress is stress. Everybody always wants to tell me I ain't under no stress. You can't walk this life and not have stress. When our body releases one of the first hormones, which is adrenaline, it is a hormone. Because you are secreting adrenaline all the time, it is going to affect your hormonal response, because adrenaline is a hormone. Now, I say this because I have so many ladies who have hormonal hair loss. Adrenaline is one. This is why I say you have to support your body's needs when you're under a lot of stress. It doesn't matter if you're taking care of aged parents, if you're taking care of grown kids that still live at home, if you're taking care of them and their kids and your grandkids and your husband, and you last on the list, you're under stress. So when you're going through a stressful event, your adrenaline is raised. But what adrenaline does to the human body is, this is your arteries and your veins. When you're under adrenaline, guess what? They narrow. It narrows just like this. It constricts, because that's what it does under the body's stress response. Now, like I said earlier, if you guys were with me earlier, the body needs hemoglobin. It needs blood flow. It needs oxygen. So if you're constantly under stress, guess what? You're not allowing the veins and arteries to carry oxygen and blood flow to your tissues, to your extremities. So guess what? When you're under a lot of stress over and over and over again, all the time, every day, guess what? Your hair is getting the short end of the stick. The short end of the stick. Because you're under a lot of stress. So adrenaline is going to do what it does, because that's the body's stress response. It's going to narrow and constrict your arteries and veins, which is why I said stress can kill you. If you're under stress all the time, this is what happens. You're not getting that oxygen and blood flow. It's staying right in the core, but it's not able to get to the rest of the body as needed, because you're under repeated amount of stress all the time. Now, I want to paint a picture for you. Like I said, I service men and women who are over 50. So people who are over 50 have similar issues. We have metabolic issues, cholesterol issues, arteriosclerosis, atherosclerosis, high lipid counts, high trans fat in our diet. Now, when you're going through metabolic changes, guess what? You also have a modest amount of plaque buildup in your arteries. Usually when you reach my age, and I'm 56, some of you on here may be of various ages. Usually when you reach my age, there's a modest amount of buildup in the arteries, whether you like it or not. Your girl is trying to let you know that when you reach a certain age, it doesn't matter. There's just a certain amount of plaque buildup on the arteries because of the food that we eat, the fried food, the trans fat, the highly processed foods. What it does is it leaves tiny nicks and tears in the arteries. So what comes in to fill in those gaps and fill in those spots so that the veins and arteries can be smooth? Calcium. Calcium comes in and it fills all of those little tiny nicks and tears in the arteries. But after a while, guess what? It starts to crowd out the blood flow. So it's not a lot of blood flow. What happens when you get to be a certain mature age? Then you're being placed on blood pressure medicine. It takes a lot out of you to still pump that flow of blood the way you need it when you have a modest amount of plaque buildup in your arteries. It's going to happen, which is why I'm always talking about eating your fiber. And you have to reduce all of that processed food you eat, because the processed food is going to leave a lot of tiny nicks and tears in your arteries. So, you know I can talk a lot. If y'all follow me, y'all know I can talk a lot. But I need to paint a picture for you guys. So when you're going through stress, you have repeated adrenaline surges, you have the weakened blood flow in your arteries. Plus, if you're a woman of a certain age or a man of a certain age, you already have modest amounts of buildup in your arteries. If you're on blood pressure medication, guess what? That's why you don't have the hair that you would like, because of so many things that are going on. You're on medication, you're stressed out, and your blood flow is being constricted. So I hope I made sense when I said when you're going through adrenaline surges, that's what happens to your body. That's going to happen. So when you're under a lot of stress, a lot of us lose a lot of hair. The next day, the following day, a month later, I will have clients that will say to me, oh yeah, I was under a stressful situation last month. My girlfriend died, my husband died, so-and-so was in the hospital. That stress can cause your hair. This is what happens. 80% of the hair on our head is in an active growth phase. When we're under a lot of stress, guess what? That hair, which is in the active growth phase, is being converted to the resting phase, and it's preparing for the hair to exit the follicle. So let me help you understand here. When we're at the level where we have 80% of our hair is in the active growth phase, the hair is like this. So it's firmly implanted into the root inside of our scalp, in the subcutaneous layer of the scalp. Now, when it's going to the resting phase, it's going like this. and it's preparing to exit the follicle so that it can fall out. Now, during the telogen phase, the hair is exiting the follicle, and it's making way for brand new hair. But what happens is when you guys are always stressed out all the time, too much hair is exiting the follicle too quickly before it is needed. This is why when you're stressed out, you have a lot of hair fall because of all of what's happening to you because of stress. So I hope I'm making sense. So Groovy Girl said, I was at ground zero a year ago. Now you've got like 2 inches now. Yes, and I applaud you. And if you can, please take your vitamins and minerals and continue with what it is that you're doing. And you will definitely get more hair as you go on. I don't know your experience, but I'm glad that you're having success and that you have 2 inches right now. So I hope you guys understand when I say when you're under stress, it can take a toll on your hair. It could take a toll on your body. The second thing on the list is the blood pressure spikes. When your blood pressure constantly surges, it's not good for your hair. So please, I want you guys to just think about taking care of yourselves with adrenal support. Adrenaline, the root word of adrenaline is adrenals. Now, does anybody know where the adrenals are? Can anyone? Because I got a couple people here on all of my chats. Let me know if you guys know where the adrenals are. Sometimes I have people in my chats that know where the adrenals are because I need to know that somebody's listening. Can anyone let me know where the adrenals are? Come on now. Get them fingers working. Let me know. Does anybody know where the adrenals are? Okay, the glands. Yes, the adrenal glands. Where are they located? You have the adrenal cortex and the adrenal medulla, but where are the adrenals located? Okay, because no one has put it in the chat, I'm going to let you know that the adrenals are located on top of the kidneys, and the adrenals are in the lower back where the kidneys are. So when you are having repeated adrenaline surges, you are actually draining and setting up those adrenals to be kind of tired out every so often. So when you're tired out, you need support. You need adrenal help. Now, the adrenal support, sometimes I usually bring it on screen so that you can see it. It's called ACTS, and ACTS stands for adrenal cortisol thyroid stress, because it's the entire hormonal base that needs to be supported: the adrenals, the cortisol levels, the thyroid, and the body stress response. So I usually recommend that you take ACTS when you're under a lot of stress, and it will help you with your blood sugar levels, which is what I'm going to go into now, and it will help you with your cortisol support. So next on the list is blood sugar. When you're constantly stressed out, and this is also for my diabetics, when you guys are constantly stressed out, what also happens is the secretion of blood sugar. Your brain is a very fatty organ. However, regardless of what happens in your daily life, your brain needs to keep moving, thinking, helping you take care of you. So when you're under a lot of stress, your body will secrete glucose. It will secrete blood sugar into your body so that your brain can help you walk, talk, think, and chew gum and do everything that you have to do. If you're a multitasker like me, your brain stays on 10 all day. So you secrete a lot of blood sugar, which is why someone like myself, I stay under a lot of stress. I am newly married. I have a small business. I have a daughter 2 hours away who's in college. I have work stress. I have spiritual stress. I have stress going on in my life because I got deadlines and things to, make sure that I'm got on track all the time. So I stay under a lot of stress. That stress has also caused me to gain weight over time because of the constant surges of blood sugar. I had to put myself on ACTS, and it helped to stabilize my blood sugar where I wasn't gaining a lot of weight and I wasn't getting that super, super thick middle, because I knew I was under a lot of stress and I know what I need to do. So when you're under a lot of stress, your blood sugar surges into your body to help your brain with energy, to help you walk, talk, think, and chew gum. So I say all that to say, if you are already having a problem as a diabetic, you do not need to be susceptible to all these blood sugar surges. There is help. When you have a lot of blood sugar surges, it also creates a lot of inflammation in your bloodstream. Now, as a hair loss specialist, the majority of women that I see, they all say, oh, my scalp is so sore. It's so tender. It's so sensitive. It's also flaky. It's also itchy. It's scaly. You know why? Because of all that sugar. The sugar. It's the sugar you're eating in your high fructose products, your processed food, and that blood sugar that you are secreting each time you're stressed. This is why I recommend to everyone visit my website and get the ACTS, because that will help you with your blood sugar surges. I have a lot of ladies who they have, in their girly parts, they stay a little itchy. They have, a little bit of discharge going on. That's from the repeated surges of blood sugar, the food that they're eating, the pH of their vaginal flora is off. All of that can be managed when you change your diet, take your pre and probiotic fiber, watch your blood sugar surges from all of your stress, and support your body's needs. Everything helps everything. So for my girlies that get a little itchy, they get a little itchy on their scalp and a little sensitive, you need to manage your blood sugar. Watch your stress levels. If you are under a lot of stress, there are things that you can take, such as the ACTS. You can find it on my website by going to Hair Loss Center store. So if you guys need any of that, oh, you said you look like a peeping Tom. What does that mean? I want to know what that means, Danielle. So I just like to just come on here just to keep it 100 and keep it real with y'all, because I service busy women. I service women with a lot of issues and needs, and I wrap everything around. I'll tell you the real 1-2-1-2, and I'm trying to tell you that now, because if you don't have anyone to relate that for you, I'm trying to help you piece it together now. So I talked about adrenaline, how it narrows the arteries and constricts the blood vessels. I talked about your blood pressure spikes, which is not good. I also talk about it causing strokes and heart attacks, because when you're under a lot of stress, your body needs that oxygen, it needs that blood flow. And if you're a woman of a certain age, a man of a certain age, you have some modest buildup in your arteries. So, it's not good when you're under a lot of stress all the time. If you got a wife that stresses you out, got a husband that stresses you out, you need to take care of you and just be like, let stuff go every so often. Also, I talked about the blood sugar spikes. Now, when you're under a lot of stress and your blood sugar is constantly being spiked, like I said, it creates a lot of inflammation, because every time you're under a lot of stress, your body's releasing things like cytokines. I don't know how to say it correctly. But when you release a lot of impulses and the neurotransmitters are working, these things create a lot of inflammation. You secrete things called substance P. It makes your scalp itch. It makes you tender. It makes you sore. The body's stress response is awesome. God made us intricately. We are awesomely made. However, some of the things that happen when we're under a lot of stress as a result of having these great bodies causes you to have problems with your hair and scalp, which is why I'm here. I am the owner of SBO Hair Loss. I have to share with you these things, because when you reach me for hair loss counseling, thinning hair and scalp problems and needs, this is what I'm going to share with you. You're not going to escape it. So if you come to me with these needs, I'm going to share this with you at all times. So we talked about the top things that happen. Now, I want to talk to you about that blood sugar. When you guys are constantly having blood sugar surges from stress, or you're eating foods you don't have no business eating, high fructose products, processed foods, or you're eating a lot of sugar. My husband, oh God, he eats a lot of sugar. He's a sweet addict. I'm a crunchy and salty girl. I don't like a lot of sweets, and it's not good for my gut. I told you I got a slow moving gut, so I can't eat a lot of sugar. It'll give me female issues like this. So the one thing I want to share with you guys about your blood sugar, the kinds of foods you're eating, the blood sugar surges from your stress, it also creates a dynamic where your blood sugar is secreted, it's elevated. So insulin comes in from the pancreas to help knock down those levels of sugar in your body. And it allows the blood sugar to get into the cells so that your body can make use of it for energy. What happens is, because of the blood sugar surges and the constant stress, because of the food we're eating all the time, all day, big, tall coffee and lattes and sodas and iced teas and drinks and everything full of sugar all day long, your insulin is doing double duty. It is constantly being surged to knock down this blood sugar that you guys keep wanting to feed yourselves with, but you have to learn to limit yourself. What I want to share with you is, after a while, your body gets tired of releasing so much insulin, And after a while, your body won't recognize your own insulin. You get into a dynamic where you're suffering with insulin resistance. I'm not sure if any of you guys have heard of insulin resistance, but it is havoc. It can wreak havoc on your body. High levels of insulin and insulin resistance convert a lot of our female hormones into androgens. Now, if you are suffering with PCOS, or you're having a challenge where you have a lot of hair, you have hair on your chest, hair on your breast, hair in areas where you don't need to be having no hair, or you're suffering with an abundance of androgens because you have PCOS, you have to watch your insulin levels. You have to take advantage of a fasting protocol to reduce your insulin and your glucose levels. If you need more help on how to institute that in your lifestyle, please let me know. I can help you with that, because as a hair loss specialist, this is what I do. Those high levels of estrogens. Oh yeah, Miss Tanya, the body's a strange mechanism. Like I said, we're awesomely made. God made us. Woo, him, when he sat up there with them angels in them 7 days and created us, honey, did you think that they was, doing all this? Yes, our bodies are awesomely made, and it's strange. So I say all that to say, when your insulin levels are high, it's going to convert your estrogen into androgens. That is a male hormone. When you have too many male hormones in your body flooding you, you're going to have hair loss here in the top because it's affecting your endocrine and your hormonal levels. Now, when I get hyper, I don't put a lot of oil in my hair. My hair starts to get frizzy, which is why I don't like blowing it out that much. And I'm trying to be cute for y'all today. So I say all this to say, when I talk about stress, I go deep and I try to go in so that you guys can understand what I'm saying. So the stress from the blood sugar is going to send your insulin levels high. It's going to help you increase the amount of androgens that you secrete. It's also not good as far as creating that base of inflammation in your scalp. We don't want that. So you have to watch your blood sugar. You have to take things that's going to help you manage your blood sugar, help your adrenals, help your cortisol levels. Yes, that body will talk to you. Yes, it will. And help your thyroid. So that's why I always recommend ACTS. Again, you can find it in my on my website on the Hair Loss Center store. So the adrenaline, that's another hormone. It's going to shut down temporarily. It's going to shut down the capacity of the veins and arteries. It's going to narrow them. So you're not going to be able to get a lot of oxygen and blood flow to your tissues. So I am always sharing with all of my ladies, you have to manage your stress. You got to turn that phone off. You got to tell people no. Stop letting people come to you and you stop being a yes person. Turn that phone off. Tell people no. Tell them kids no. Tell them to go out and however it is they would have found it if they didn't have you. Tell them they got to find another alternative. Tell your husband, just leave you alone for a minute. Don't pick up that pan and hit him in the head. You guys have to modify your stress. Get some rest. Go to sleep. Tell people no. Take a bath. Put them Epsom salts and that lavender in that tub today. You guys have to watch the amount of stress that you're under because it's not good for you. It's not good for your hair. So Miss McNair said, how can we buy meds for me? I myself, I don't sell medication, but if there's anything that you need, any supplements, I have them on my website or I can ship them out to you instantly. All you have to do is go to my my bio right here, go to my page, tap on my link. You can reach me by phone, by email, or you can go to my website, scroll down and look for the Hair Loss Center store and let the full page load up. And all the products that I mentioned earlier, you can find on my website. And a lot of the times, if you don't see something, I have it, but it may not be in my store on the web page because as a trichologist, I have so many things in my arsenal at my Trichology Center that I just don't have on the website. So please let me know if there's anything that you need. I can send it to you. So I talked earlier about the 4 things you need, the must-haves for healthy body, healthy living, and healthy hair growth. And then I also went into stress. Stress is not good. Adrenaline, the blood sugar, your insulin levels. You can have heart attacks and strokes. We talked about your blood sugar. We talked about the conversion into androgens. And I also wanted to make sure I talked about candida and how that can be a problem. A lot of my diabetics suffer with a lot of candida issues. If you have a lot of candida issues, you have to watch your diet and make sure that you're getting your pre and probiotic fiber. I talked about that. I want to make sure everything that I talk about, I mentioned. Yes. So I did talk about the high fructose in the processed foods, shutting down the mitochondria. That's the energy producing function of the cell. I want to help you get as many new cells in the body as possible, which is why you need your vitamins and minerals, which is why you need to stay away from processed food, which is why you need to do certain things to start cellular growth, cellular regeneration, so that you can have healthy hair. If you don't do these things that I'm recommending, you're only hurting yourself, you're hurting your scalp, and you're hurting your own life. You're ruining your own quality of life. So I hope all of this made sense to you. I have to shut it down. And I do talk a lot because my husband will be home in 15 minutes. And this house is a mess. I got papers all over the place, vitamins all over the place. I got to put this stuff away. So I want to thank you all for reaching me. Thank you so much from my hearts. If there's anything that you guys need, again, I'm SBL Hair Loss in Pleasantville, New Jersey. You can find me on Google. SBL Hair Loss. I'm a certified trichologist, a health and wellness specialist, and a hair loss practitioner. I'm also a non-surgical hair replacement provider. So if you have any needs, if you're suffering with alopecia, thinning hair, I got you. There's so much that I can provide. However, when I come on here, I can't talk about everything. I can only keep things to a limit. And you're welcome, Hot Cocoa. Thank you for following me this long. So I gotta go, and thank you. I will be here tomorrow, but I just wanted to let you guys know the 4 must-haves that you need to have for a healthy body, healthy hair, and also why you need to reduce your stress and take ACTS, adrenal cortisol thyroid stress support. You need your rooibos. You need your cordyceps. You need your ashwagandha. You need it. You need it. Stop telling me you're not under stress. You're under stress. Everybody's under stress. So you need that for your blood sugar, for your cortisol levels, okay? I am your hip pocket hair loss practitioner. Y'all got a hair loss practitioner in your hip pocket. You don't even know it. The big 4, vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, and pre and probiotics. So I hope that helps, Melly Mel, because I got to go. Thank you, Chocolate. Chocolate, send me your information and tell me which one of these that you need, okay? Send me your information, all right? So I hope you guys have a good day on purpose. And is called ACTS. It's on my website. All you have to do is go to my profile and go to the Hair Loss Center store and let the full page load up. It's called ACTS. And you're welcome. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love, peace, and hair grease, everybody. I'm out.